Hello, this is Dougie Pick from ProPokerCouncil.com with some tips and strategies for the beginning poker players. And if you haven't downloaded my free report, I highly advise that you do it now. You can simply click on the link at the bottom of the video in the description, and you'll be taken to the page where you can get your free copy of this report, which is 20 page, I believe, 22 page. I call it a report, but you can easily call it an ebook. It's a 20-page ebook that explains, all the questions that I had when I was starting out playing poker, and so I have it there. Go get it. It's free, so you have nothing to lose. And to begin with, tip number one, which is never play with money you cannot afford to lose. And of course, I'm sure you've heard of this one before. This applies to any kind of gambling, um, but it is definitely worth repeating. Even though you're playing poker for profits in the long run, there are still major up and downs. Poker is a game of high variance. It is especially true if you're playing no limit poker or pot limit poker. Um, so if you're playing with the rent money, there's a good chance that you might end up losing that money. Okay, so the trick is to have a separate funds, or you should have a separate poker bankroll, a separate money set aside just for poker. Okay, um, so you can call it your money for entertainment, but you having your separate bankroll there for playing poker, it just helps you avoid having the fear of losing that money, letting that fear impair your judgment at the tables, because that is probably the most common problem that poker players have, is the restriction, the money that you have that you're playing with. You're afraid because your goal is to build your bankroll, and losing money from your bankroll really just can easily throw you off and put your game on major tilt, have you steaming, and it really, if you don't have that much money to begin with, it won't take much. If you're playing 1 cent, 2 cent, you will lose your momentum, and you'll lose your focus if you lose 10 cents, and the point, your what you should be trying to strive for is really try to take money out of the question. Of course, you're playing for money and you're trying to get more money, but really, your objective should be to forget about the money and focus more on the game, because your decision making at the tables is really, the money is not really a major factor in the decisions that you'll be making, although it's what you'll be using. It's the money is really a big mystery to a lot of people, but in order to make money, you have to be able to, with any kind of investment, you have to be willing to take some major risks. And gambling is the same way, or playing poker. Um, it's all about making a profitable decision, and the money cannot be weighing in too much on that decision. If it does, then you'll probably get swayed into making the wrong decision just from the fear of losing your money, and that's a big deal. The decision should be, if it's profitable, you have to get the guts, and playing poker takes a lot of guts. And if you feel like you don't have what it takes to put the money in there, even if there's always a chance of you losing. Okay, the odds, there's still odds, even if the odds are in your favor. Even if the odds are in your favor, there is still a chance of you losing. And then when you do lose, that cannot be the end of the world for you. And you just gotta move on to the next hand, as if this never happened. And you just have to learn from every hand, and always ask yourself, could I have played that hand in a different way to save money, or could I have played that hand in a different way to make more money? So, well, this is it. Always remember that in poker, even though you're playing with money for money, the money should be kind of the tool that you use to make the money, but not really focus so much on the money that you're using. And this is it for this edition. This was Doggy Pig from ProPokerCouncil.com. Just keep an eye out for video number 2, and we'll see you next time.